All right. Episode 1 of Yellow Talk with my friend Christina. Yes, yes. And we are starting this podcast because we have so much life to share. We have experienced so many things coming from a small town. And we just feel like our life is so funny and we just don't share it. And we're just like,
Yes.
let's make it a podcast. Let's put content out there and let's make these people laugh and talk about things that, a lot of people can relate to, right?
Yes, yes. Everyday life, everything.
Everything. And so we're calling it Yellow Talk. And we know the color yellow has so many meanings. For one, we're yellow skin. That's why we started that name. And then also, it's so many like good things associated with yellow: wisdom, growth, just light and love. And we just want to bring all that.
And all the positive energy we possibly can. So,
Yes, because life is just so negative at times, right? It's
yes,
crazy.
and stressful.
Very stressful.
But when
very
you come
stressful.
over here and get you some yellow talk,
Yes.
you maybe relax, have fun.
And yes, and let our energy just shine on you and chime in with us, interact with us. Let us know how you feeling
Yes, because we're
about.
going to be cracking up. Just watch and see.
Yes, yes, we gonna stay cracking up, and that's what we want to do because life is too short to just be sad, right? It shouldn't be a trail of tears every day. 100%. Okay, so first thing, we grew up in a small town called Nacogdoches, right? If you know about it, it's in East Texas, and
Oldest town in Texas.
the oldest town in Texas.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. So we grew up being told that. And so it's
Yep,
funny
They got it plastered everywhere.
everywhere you go. And you can
Everywhere.
Google this. So living in that small town, anybody that knows living in small towns, like life it can be big, but it can also be very small. And very things are just very specific to that, entertainment. First of all, you got the small town drama. You got limited resources
Yep.
when it comes to just jobs and entertainment.
Yes.
Because where we're from is very conservative considered, and so it wasn't like we had a lot of options of just getting out and having fun and experiencing.
You just had to go outside and just make your fun.
Yeah, and
A lot of kids don't do that these days,
They
but
do.
we went outside and made our fun. We sure did.
Right.
If it was racing, water guns, going to the park and just acting out, just having fun.
Right.
Playing with dirt, everything.
I feel like kids don't do that now.
No.
They want to do all kind of I don't know what they be trying to do. But okay, so I think the blessing of growing up in a small town was you had the community and you also kind of had that safety of understanding the world, but at the same time it was still very controlled and it wasn't too dangerous and everybody kind of knew each other type of stuff. But the funny part we talked about is we used to have this Jack in the Box in Nacogdoches. If you grew up in Nacogdoches around the 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, I remember it being so hood. It was hard to it was
Hard to hear and hard to get your order done.
yes.
But they kept their business down. I don't know why they shut down, but hey.
But yes, and it's just one of those things where it's you only got one Jack in the Box, and you go in
Jack
there
in the
and you're
Crack.
we used to call it Jack in the Crack, and I swear I feel like they was selling narcotics in there. Let's just be honest, and just you can roll up to the drive-through and they wouldn't say nothing. You go to the window, they looking at you like, what you want? Hey, I'm here to order some food.
Okay.
And then
I
eventually
used to work
got
at
shut
Jack in the
down.
Box, and honey, whoo, I was working at Jack in the Box, honey, and I was getting paid about $5.15, honey.
$5.
But hey, I thought
crazy.
I thought it meant the world at the time, though.
Hey, it was
sure
a job. That's the thing.
It was fun because it was right across the street from SFA.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
girl, them games would get over with, and then people would come in, and I'd be like, "Oh Lord, it's a game today." People
And
would
you're
come in
like,
there
it's getting
and be
piled
mad
up.
that we ain't got your order yet, baby. It's a lot of people in here.
It is.
I said, get into it with people and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness, no. And then drive through used to stay packed, and they'll have the drive through. You know how you have to pull around. That pull around scheme that they do now,
Yeah.
baby. It was pull all the way around,
Yeah.
and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody waiting on their food outside, inside. It was crazy. But Jack in the Box had some good food. Oh, they sure did.
Okay.
I think I tried everything on me.
You can't knock it. You can't knock it. Oh my God. Okay. I think we also want to talk about the fact of like, just having a willing spirit to just like keep going and persevere. Because coming from Nacogdoches, it kind of made us feel like we didn't have options to do more. As far as like, like of course we wanted to go to school and do stuff, but it's just like the mindset a lot of times there, it was kind of negative, as if you couldn't dream bigger.
Yeah,
You
as if
know?
you couldn't dream bigger. Exactly.
Right.
But honey, we had to get up out of that. Had to get up
Yeah.
out of that mindset.
Right.
Had to get up out of that mindset. We was there, but we wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? We had small
Exactly.
town, bigger dreams,
That's the whole thing.
Man,
Like,
I'm trying to conquer this. I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm trying to do something better with myself. Own some property, all that. But hey,
yes.
how we gonna get there? How we gonna start? What is credit? All those different things.
Yeah,
Even though I didn't learn about credit mattered so much until I got older, like out of high school, done with college, trying to start my career, raising kids and stuff like that. So, yeah, man.
yeah.
It wasn't you know, kind of, you always talked about credit. Oh, I got bad credit, and no credit is worse than bad credit. But what is credit? What is credit? Ask yourself, what is credit? If you don't know nothing about credit, you're gonna learn it on this podcast about credit.
Yeah, we're gonna
Because
talk
it really,
about
really
all that.
matters. It really, really matters.
Because if you
Credit and high gas.
yeah, because if nobody teaches you, especially, but then also if nobody taught the people around you too, it's like nobody can give you what they don't have. So it's like
Yes.
that's one thing I hated. I feel like it was just so much limited information. And then anybody that knows, coming from the South, coming from deep South at that, like I feel like education was just not as like pushed in certain areas.
Because about college and stuff like that. Like I knew you was going into JC, and I wanted to go. I could have went, but had some setbacks or whatever. Just that mindset, being around other people and things like that, and just like, nah, you don't need to go. This, that, and the third. But I wasn't really knowledgeable of HBCUs. I really was
me
not.
either. They didn't tell us nothing about that.
I've heard about them, but then it was almost like a mystical thing.
Even in
It really, really was. They was not pushing it like they do now.
not in high school.
They wasn't pushing it like they do now. I've heard of them, but it wasn't like it was now.
Right. I feel like looking back when we were growing up there, like nobody really was just like, yo, like you need to go to HBC. But nobody went to a HBC. Like far as I know, coming from where we came from, nobody went to a HBC.
Well, as I got older,
Yeah.
like I said, I do have a cousin. No, I got a couple of cousins that went to Fairview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But when you're not close with people at that moment in time,
Right.
I mean, we
Nobody
was in
was-
our own little world, in our own little bubble, and
Nobody
a whole
was
lot of
pushing
times it wasn't pushed, and didn't have a lot of knowledge about that. So hey, we just went out and found jobs, because I know I did.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it in college and this and that. I did gain some knowledge from it, because knowledge is power, of course. But all in all, I'm still trying to raise kids and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like you just got to make your own way, and just whatever you're thinking about, do it.
Yeah. Just
Don't
doing
even
that.
think about it anymore. Just do it.
And don't matter what nobody said, even your own family. If your own people and people around you are not pushing you for what you want,
Yeah,
you just gotta, hey, if you got God, you good.
You good.
You good.
You good.
He
Just
gon-
push yourself.
Yeah.
Persevere.
Right. He gonna
Through it.
make it happen for you. Because I feel like growing up, I'm first person to graduate from college from my family, immediate family. And I feel like I didn't have anyone to even talk to about like financial aid or how to even manage debt once you get out, and the process of like taking classes, and that when you first go to college, you don't even take like your core courses. You're taking
Keyword
a bunch of
research.
the basic stuff.
Exactly.
And nobody explains that. So it's just like I was really going through that whole journey by myself.
Yeah.
But of
So,
course I
hey.
had God. But like I couldn't call, a cousin or a sister to be like, hey, what do I do next? And so I actually try
Ain't
to
no
talk
sense like no
to
sense.
and I actually try to talk to people that I know younger, like, hey, I can tell you what I know about college and my experience and like the things I had to go through and overcome, and like trial and error. Because it's
I ain't trying to
like,
go through all that. I ain't trying to do all that. Like, hey,
oh yeah.
you got to crawl before you walk. That is a true statement. Crawl before you walk. You have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You have to.
No matter what it is. And what I realized too, everything is such a rehearsal. Like the trials that I went through college, it prepared me for like the trials of life, and
Yes.
and realizing that it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be difficult, especially if it's something new, and that you just got to keep going up that mountain. But it's true, like once you conquer one mountain, you're gonna be at the bottom of the next. So it's like get that endurance already in you, you know,
Yes.
to just keep
Because
pushing.
how long we've been talking about a podcast for like maybe 5 years before I moved.
Yeah, but you know
This
what?
way.
I did a podcast in college, and and we posted it, and I think people liked it. But it was like before this whole podcast thing even like started blowing up.
Yeah.
And if I had the wisdom, I would have like
Yeah.
stuck with it.
Well,
back
all I do,
then.
I've always recorded
Yeah,
like everything.
yeah,
So, but then, you know, you have ideas, you set them to the side, and then, hey, whenever you're old enough, mature enough, you push forward. Old enough, when you start to get older and maturity, you know, check in,
Yeah.
like you just open your mind to other opportunities,
for sure.
you know. But like if my new self was like my younger self, I feel like maybe I'll be farther, but maybe not. Maybe there wasn't a time because I had to. You have to grow through things. You have to grow through them, go through them, and just persevere through them. So
I think I've learned. Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think everyone feels like they should be so much further in life and be like, man, I should have been a millionaire by now. But it's like you don't know what you don't know at the moment, and you just take it for what it is. And then also you can't compare your life because you. First of all, I've learned that too. You look at other people's life and you're like, oh, they live in such a great life. But we all know social media is sharing all these highlight reels of like what's going on in their lives, but you don't know what really is like underneath. And it's not no one's business, but it's just like you cannot compare that because it's like
you can't compare it.
you like, okay,
Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Right now. If you're doing it, stop.
stop it. If you listen to this podcast, stop it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. It's a waste of time and it does steal your joy. So
Yes.
I have no
Even
problem.
celebrities, I was like, I understand like what they going through it when you say like you see them, they out and about, they don't have makeup on and they not dressed and stuff like they ain't got time, you know. This just saying, hey, because they still human, like they living their own life and they don't want to be bothered.
Right.
I already done entertained you because that's their job.
Right.
But right now I'm just chilling. You know, they don't have to entertain you 24/7.
No.
You know?
That's another topic too. I think I also want to talk about how the journey of accepting circumstances, but also taking advantage of opportunities at the same time. It's like I think that in our lives we just seen, you know, like okay, we're gonna take advantage of the creativities and the gifts that God has given us. Like you know, just starting this podcast for one, like. We don't want to sit on those gifts anymore. Like I feel like making and capitalizing on that, and just like being like, man, like we really want to like do something with that.
So you some recipes and
Oh
everything.
yes. So I am Danielle Glisper. I also make music, and I make neo soul gospel type of music. Christina, she is all around comedian. If we're being honest, okay, she could do stand up. She could do stand up if she really wanted to. We need to do an hour, a comedy hour,
Girl.
But she can cook. She can throw down. We both can cook.
Oh yes, ma'am. Yes.
And we have things we want to promote, like clothes, you know, apparel line, and just things, books,
a plethora of things. Yes,
books, clothes,
cookbooks,
everything,
yes,
cookbooks,
style,
lifestyle, fashion.
Yes.
Just loving yourself
and you ain't
as
gotta
a woman.
spend too much. You ain't got to do too much. Okay.
Yes. I also want to talk about understanding what it is to be a woman, because I feel like that's something that takes time. But if you really have like a support system that can like, help you with that, I feel like that's a big thing. Because I feel like a lot of women these days, we're not women no more. Like in the sense of like we're having to make all these hard decisions, and we have to like, you know, carry the weight of finances, and it's like I feel like the support, like the male support, is very limited because it's very conditioned. It's like if you're not like completely immersed in a relationship, and it's like if you're not like, and it's like it shouldn't be like that. I should have a cousin, brother, uncle, people that I can just.
That's why they say that soft
on.
era, like sometimes it's hard to get to because you know you're hardened for so long because of like what you've been through, what you're doing.
Right.
You dropping the kids off, you cooking, you cleaning, you doing every little thing, and then you meet someone, and then it's like, okay, well, I've been, you know, like handling everything. I don't even know how to relax.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even know how to be soft because I've had to be tough most of my life.
Exactly. So then you meet someone like, can you understand? Like, excuse this, but at the same time, like, understand where I'm coming from, and then give me time.
Yeah, I would like to be more soft in my life as a woman.
And you will, like, they just, I mean, whoever you meet, they just have to give you time, and then you'll mellow out over time.
Yeah,
because you kind of be going all the time. So
yeah, I definitely. Oh, who was that?
That's my daughter.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
gonna call her.
We got the phone on the podcast.
My grown baby.
But I would say for me, that's my goal moving as I'm getting older as a woman, like really embracing me as a woman, but finding a partner that really can like support me not having to carry so much. But when I was younger, I felt like I had to carry so much because I was like, it's just me. But of course, I have help with God. But it's like I want somebody that can be like, okay, this week is rough. I'm exhausted. I might need help with this and this and this. And can you show up for me? And even with we're gonna talk about family too. But we got like a couple minutes left. But just family and how like I feel like family sometimes is not as supportive as you would like them to be at times.
Right.
And helping you create an atmosphere that you love. Yeah. So that part. Yes.
And also, just pushing through. You just really have to push through. All this is about pushing. You have to push through. You have to.
Yes.
To get to the next day, to get to the next week, to get to the next month, to get to the next year.
Man.
And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight.
I think
it's just not going to do that. But if you stay in the process, because we talked about, I know we've always talked about the podcast, but then I know we talked about it like very, very serious, like with November or whatever, and we just kept going and kept going and kept going. And boom, we're finally here. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be seeing more of us doing different things or whatever.
For sure.
So I'm thankful. I am so grateful to be here.
Right.
And everything. I'm grateful for my friend. I'm grateful for my kids, my family, my job, my career. I'm thankful that he gave us this opportunity to do all of this, to call him to the, what was it? I don't know when you called him, but to give us the opportunity to just get our voice out there. This is really neat. So, we'll be back.
Yes. Stay blessed out there. Yellow Talk is on the way. More. Yes. And just, embracing life and love and God and healing and growth. And all those
music,
things.
movies, everything. It's we putting it all on the table. Okay.
Reaching your dreams, searching, going for it, all that. We're thankful.
Yeah. With laughter and love. Okay.